Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194, and I appreciate you taking the time to visit and check out my video, and I hope you're having a great day today. And we are here at IMOLA, and we're in the Huracan EVO, and I have a great supporter, Fabio Ferrari. He sent me a setup, a modified setup of my setup here. So it's one of my setups, but one that he's kind of messed with a little bit, and he wanted me to check it out. So I figured I'd bring everybody along so we can kind of mess with it and then go from there and see if we can improve on the setup as far as the one I have there for it. He runs low 42s, which is really good. I mean, that's a very fast. He didn't tell me the conditions, but he just said he runs low 42s, and with the setup, but he was really wanting to get into 41s, which is definitely not easy to do. Isn't that a beautiful car? Look at that Huracan. Ooh, man, that thing's beautiful. Especially that Barwell one. That's really a pretty one. But so let's take a look. And again, that's a good thing about setups. If it works for you, then there's nothing wrong with it. So, there's really no right wrong. But here it is. Here's the one he sent me here. So let's load this up. Everything here looks pretty normal. He's got the camber maxed out. That's a little bit more than what I usually do. The toe, it's about normal. So that looks about fine. Electronics, he doesn't run too much ABS or traction control, so that's pretty low. Fuel, he only has 41 liters. So that's, not much fuel. Must be a short race, and he runs the number 2 brake pads. So that's not a big deal, but I usually run the number 1s, unless you're running something really long. Mechanical, this all looks about the same. This all looks the same here. Same here. Ooh. Well, see, this is a lot different. He's got a lot more anti-roll bar, and he's got a lot of diff. A lot of preload on the diff. So there's one major thing that's changed. So let's look at the shocks. Yeah, it looks about the same. Little differences maybe, but it looks close. Arrow. It looks really close too. And you see the brake ducts are a little bit, he's got a little bit more in the brake duct here. And the wing, I think, is a little bit more than what I run. So let's take this thing out for a spin and see how it goes, see what I can run with it. Again, the only thing I did change is the steering ratio. I turned it down. He had a click. I just turned this down because it's the way I like it as far as the turning of the car. So the steering ratio. But everything else I haven't touched. So let's just leave it alone. So let's take it out.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Here, try to change it up a little bit. Something a little different. I gotta practice a little bit later for CP server race tonight. Hopefully I have better luck than I did last night. Tires at the temp. Again, I didn't know the conditions that he ran in. Or if that was with the 40 liters, or if he ran those times with low fuel. He just said he ran low 42s. Feels pretty good. Tires look pretty good. Hit the brakes a little too early there.
Well done, mate. That's all best.
4290. Dang it. We're in wide. We're gonna make 5 laps at a time. That should pretty much tell us what's going on. That way we can compare stuff. So this is the 3rd lap. I like how it comes off the corners. Comes off the corners really good.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
That's better. it's a good setup. Hot in there, but you gotta try to push it hard through there, because that's really a make it or break it through there. Dang it. Let's do one more lap. That'll be 5. If I'm counting right.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
Dang it, messed that up just a teeny bit. Pressures look good. I'm running mid 42s.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
I'm running a 42.53 with it. But it feels really good. I mean, something you can race. You know, it goes over the bumps decent. Gets good drive going over the, coming off the corners. It gets really good drive, especially having the TC down and everything. Like I said, it is not bad at all. So let's take a look at well, surprising. It's only 4 degrees here and 4 degrees there. That's 5 degrees, 6 degrees there, and 5 degrees there. So that's kind of odd. You would think it would be a lot bigger spread with that much negative camber. But, I mean, tires all look good. Pressures, I knew they were a little bit higher than that. Let's look at the wear. Yeah, it's not real bad. Unfortunately, the Lamborghini does like to wear the rear tires more than the fronts. So that's a thing that's just natural. So, but, I mean, it's nothing bad. You got no graining, no nothing. So that's really good. I mean, that part all looks really nice. So, again, I think it's a good setup. I think it works really well. Gives you can run pretty consistent with it. See what the times are. You can see I was running, a little bit 4290, 4270, 4263, and a 4253. So, I mean, they're just getting a little quicker, a little quicker, a little quicker. So who knows if it could have been even a little faster the next time. Who knows. There's a tenth right there, a tenth and a half. So there's if that would have been here, where I messed up that hairpin right there, that would have been down here, I mean, I'd probably be more like a 4240. So that would have been a lot better. So let's take a look at the last lap. I could listen to this thing all day. Of course, the Audi has the same motor. Between the two of them, I could listen to them definitely all day. 164 miles an hour down the straightaway. That's very respectable. Nothing wrong with that. Beautiful car. Love that shot. Again, you know, I don't know the conditions that he drove in, so, you know, hotter, colder, I don't know. I'm just doing it the conditions I usually drive in. So, to compare, goes good over the bumps. I like that. Definitely goes good over the bumps. You know, not bad. I mean, it's not awesome, but I mean, it's decent. Really does good come out the corners. That's what I think. That's the strongest point. I mean, it just goes. There's no thinking about it. It just hooks and goes. So that's one of the best things I see about this about this setup. Golly, that thing's gorgeous. Okay, let's go. I mean, I hope you don't mind like this video. Any comments or feedback are always welcome. Just trying to mix it up a little bit, just something a little bit different. And again, you know, we're going to try, you know, kind of mess with it a little bit and see if we can improve upon the setup that I have. I don't want to improve upon that one, mess with that one, because I want to leave that one the way he had it. But we know what it's in it. So let's go back to the garage. We know what we ran. We ran a 4253, which, you know, it should be like a 4240. So we can just say that, because if I would have put that second sector together, it should be a 4240. So I mean, that's really what it should be. So let's go to, this is the setup that I have here. Let's load it. And as you can see, a lot of things are the same. The toe's the same. Pretty close. Camber a little bit less. Negative camber is a little bit less than what he has. That's the same up here. Electronics, I have more. You run 2 and 2. I got 3 and 5. Of course, I had 70 liters. He only had 40 something. And all this is pretty much the same, pretty close. This is the biggest difference. I only have 1 on the anti-roll bar and 60 on the diff, and he's got 200 on the diff and 4 on the anti-roll bar. All this is about the same. I think this was about the same too, except I have 1 less wing. He had 8, and I had 7. So let's go back and load his. Yes, he's got a little bit less ride height in the rear. So, but he had 8 rear wing. So that's, I mean, again, you know, it works really well. And see, I have a little bit more. I got more rear wing and more ride height in the rear. Oh, we didn't look at his front arrow variation is 0.4 to the positive. That is his front arrow variation. So, and mine is 0.8. No, yep, 0.8 to the positive. So it's more front arrow variation than he has. Okay, so of course my brake ducts are a little bit different than his too. So now, you know, how can we improve upon it? Well, there's a lot of areas that we can try. And, of course, the pressures, we got to see if they're okay. On this one, I liked his pressures. His pressures seemed like they were right there. Let me see. He had 27, 26, 3, 26, 8, and 26. So his pressures were pretty good. So, of course, we're only doing 5 laps. So let's just bump these up a little bit. There we go. And let's just check the pressures here and just see what I can do with this the way it is. Now I'm going to put 45 liters in it because I'm running a lot more fuel. So let's put it to 41 liters what he had. I'll do that. And then everything else will leave the same. And that way we can see the difference. Okay. So let's make 5 laps. We'll make these 5 laps and make some pretty big changes, or try and see if it helps. I'm probably just gonna do this for just a little while. Whoa. That was not good. Got distracted. Okay, let's do 4 more laps. Feels about the same. Doesn't feel like it comes off the corner as good as his does. Feels a little more, mine feels a little bit more freer mid-corner than his does.
Well done, mate. You're so fastest lap.
Yeah, a little bit faster. Very little. Like right through here, it feels a little bit better through the middle of the corner. Too loose there. Yeah, not as good a lap here. Got loose at one corner and it kind of messed me up. Love driving this Huracan. So let's see what compare it. Of course, we picked up a little bit. We're down in the lower 42s. Of course, like I said, I mean, we're almost near the same times, because if I would have put his together, it probably would have been, you know, a 40 or a low 40. So I mean, it's, you know, let's see what. Yeah, see. So actually had a faster third sector time with his setup, just by a teeny bit, by a little bit. But these sectors here were faster by equal to that one, and this one was faster by just that teeny bit more, the first sector. And of course, that's where you got a lot of the you know, a lot of those, you know, left and then right and left and all that other stuff. So again, I mean, really, you know, really close. Again, they're both really good. I mean, you know, the one I have is a little bit freer mid corner, but sometimes maybe it's a little too free. So I mean, it's a little freer mid corner than his. His is, you know, you gotta be a little careful because it wants to run a little wide, not really wide, but it just doesn't want to, you know, turn sharp in the middle of the corner. It's barely difference. But I still like the way his comes off the corner better than what mine does, I think, especially for having the traction control down lower. Mine's at 3, and I think his is at 2. But it just seems like it comes off the corner just really good. So, I mean, of course, I have one less wing than him, too. So, I mean, can we do anything to improve upon it? That, you know, that's the thing. So, I'm just going to kind of do a real quick speed round, I guess you can call it. You know how they do speed rounds where they, you know, ask questions real quick and you boom, boom, boom. So we're going to kind of do a speed round on, you know, maybe a couple different tries on the setup and just see if we pick up anything. Can we pick up at all? Especially the way I set them up. You know, I mean, this is not that old, but I do, you know, set them up a little bit different than I did then, than when I did this. There's some parameters with tire wear. And that's another thing. Let's look at the tire wear. Oh, what the heck? Did I just use the same thing? I think I used the same tire. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? I think I used the same tire. Oh, well, okay. Well, let's try to... Oh, shoot. I got to do that again then. Shoot. Yeah, I got to do that again. I mean, I wasn't even a new tire. It was the one we used with him. Let me see if it doesn't show on the replay. I was going to look and see, but I mean, it has to be because I don't see another tire on here. Just the one. So, oh, that's pretty good that I did that. But let's do it again, I guess. Let's do 5 more laps and see what it does. Sorry about that. I'll see if I pick up any more or no. It'll be interesting to see if I pick up at all. Pressures were pretty good, so I don't really need to change any of those. Might look at them a little bit here. Hope you're enjoying the video. And we're going to see if we can improve upon this setup at all. A little bit too deep there, but it don't really make a difference. Not too bad. Not a bad time. Too deep. Say tires don't look too bad, really. See if I can do a better lap this time. Hit that not good. That's where we need to improve, is right there. About the same time. Real close. One more lap. That's too deep. We'll get this to the end. See if we can make a couple wholesale changes. Not too far off, still mid 42s. So, still about the same time. Let's look at the tire wear. Yeah, see, it's still... This is what we need to try to improve upon right here. I mean, this is a little bit too much. So, we're just gonna do kind of a quick round here, you know, super fast. So, this here isn't bad. I don't mind that. Let's try, you know, one more wing like he has in his setup. So let's try that. Give it just a little bit more rear wing. Of course, it knocks our front aero variation down to 0.6. Shocks. Take out some of the fast bump. It's not real bad, really. I think some of it is in this. This is where I'm wanting to concentrate. Let's lower this down. Let's see if that helps go over the bump. And, well, no, that's not going to help, is it? That's just going to make it easier on the front tires. That's what we don't want. Because, see, this is the problem. We either need to increase the wear here or lessen the wear here. So that's what we need to do. So we need more wear in the rear, or less wear in the rear, and more in the front. Something. One of those two need to happen so we can have better wear and the rate of the wear. So let's go look at this. So let's make some wholesale changes here. He had a little bit more negative toe than I did, so let's try to take some of this out and help with the tire. And let's... 6 degrees here, 5 here. That's really not that bad, but let's just try this and see how it goes. Let's put some of this back, because again, these are all just real quick turns. They're not long sweeping turns. They're just quick lefts, rights. So again, you don't, stability wise, you don't need to do that as much. So let's just try this. Knock it down some and just try it. And then here, I mean, that's 7 degrees and that's 6 degrees. That's more than I want. So we'll knock those back down a little bit. Let's take some of the negative camber out of that. So we took some of the toe out, trying to help on the tire. And took some of the negative camber out on front and rear just to see where we're at. See if we can gain some speed, because I did go up in the wing. Let's go down in this. Let's go down in ABS and traction control. So let's go down in both of those, 2 and 3. So let's try that. He had 2 and 2. So with 2 and 3, let's try that. But again, I mean, the biggest thing is right there, and that's going to be the tough part. And if I hate going stiffer spring, that's what I need to do, is I need to go up like this. But that is going to make this thing go over those bumps atrocious. So let's just try this. Let's drop these springs in the back. Raise these in the front, so hopefully it'll wear the front more and be easier on the rear. So increase the bump stops a little bit. Okay, let's increase the bump stops. And then here we are going to go with a little bit more of the, let's try a little bit more of the diff and add 1 of the sway bar. Let's add 2 to the sway bar. Okay, so we're going to add 2 to the sway bar, 2 to the diff. Some wholesale changes here. Like I said, this is like a speed round. And of course, this is staying the same. Ride height staying the same for right now. Not changing that, but we did add a rear wing, so it did lower our front aero variation. So let's try this. I am on 3. So let's try it. Let's do 5 laps. See where we're at. Yeah, it feels a little harder. Did turn our traction control down too, so we'll see how that works. feels too oversteery. Not as bad over the bumps as I thought it would be. A little oversteery off, coming off the corner. Not a bad time, but not any improvement. Oh, man. Real close to the same times. So, you know, nothing really to be had there. Let's check out the wear, though. It's closer. First of all, want to make sure how many laps. Ah, shoot, I did 1 lap less. That was my bad. I thought it was 1 lap less. So, anyway, let's try something else. Still closer, though. It's a lot closer than it was. So, I mean, we're getting closer. I still wish that I could get more wear up on that front. So, and the problem is I'm going the wrong direction. So, let's add just a little more, just a teeny bit more pressure. Let's go back to that. I'm just trying some stuff to see what we'll do. Let's add some more wear on the front of this, but keep this the way it was. So maybe that'll wear the front a little bit more, put a little bit more negative toe into it. Again, just a teeny, even if I could just drop wear the front a little more to even it up, it would be a lot better. That's good. That worked out good. Next thing, this wasn't too bad, but you know, just again trying stuff. Let's try one more in the wing. So we got 12 max, we're up to 9. So that is, now we're to 0.3. So we're drop some more, but we're going to leave this everything the way it is. We're going to drop this down to 57. Get a little bit more brake action going. And let's just try that, see how that goes. Let's just try it. Again, might be going the wrong direction, but it's just kind of messing around. Like I said, just doing a quick round, so to speak. Probably do this, maybe one more if I feel like we can go somewhere with it, but and then we'll end the video. Might have to come back again another time, see if we can do some. I can do some more improving. I want to show replays. Maybe a couple of replays too, just to see the difference. Feels really solid through there. Yeah, I'm not getting too crazy through there on the first lap. Just let these tires get some heat. Whoa. No, that didn't work. Let's get back. Let's try it again. It feels solid through there. I really do like it. We'll see if we can do a better lap next time. Dang it. Good improvement, though.
Well done, mate. The fastest step so far.
Ah, dang it. One more lap. Decent lap, but .42, 13, and a 14. So it's a good lap for me. Personal best with the Huracan. I had a 41 there for a little while, and the Delta there was a high 41, so it's there. It's probably just, to be more consistent, it probably just a tick away from something, you know, just one little adjustment here or there. So let's look at the wear on this. So we got 5 separated there, 5 there, 5 there, 6 here. So that's pretty good. I mean, that's equal on all corners. The tires are almost all equal on all corners, really, really close. So I like that. So it did help to knock some of the negative camber out. Let's look at the wear. Still a little more than I really like. I mean, that's 5 higher, and that's 4 higher. So I mean, and it's probably didn't help because I was really pushing on the rear brake, and see, that's going to make it worse. So one thing you could do in a race is you could knock this up to like 59 or something like that. If you want to just, you know, have a good pace, knock this up to 59, and you probably would cut some of this down. You would probably have this at like 89 right here. I'm talking about this inside number. It would probably be 89, 90, 91, something like that. So it would be really a lot closer. And the same with this, it'd probably be like 91. If you just, you know, I was really pushing on the rear brake just to see what kind of max performance I could get out of it. So, but I think I'll cut it off there. You know, let me know if you enjoy this kind of video. I really would appreciate it. You know, I can do, you know, maybe we can get more in depth into like a setup guide with a car. I haven't done one of those in a while. I had a, you know, certain car, certain track, just to show what I do, to go through everything, and what I'm trying to accomplish. So, I mean, I think we made, you know, again, I picked up a little bit here and made a few adjustments on the setup. Even though I haven't tested this, I will make this a setup, and I might put a question mark next to it or something, just because it hasn't been hot stint tested yet. But it still is still is a derivative of what my other setup is, and I know that's good. So it should be fine. And if anything, I mean, I got, you know, I got more wing in this one, but you never know. I mean, again, you know, I say that, and sometimes it surprises me. So, but I will make this a setup in case anybody else wants to play with it and mess around with it. So I sure appreciate, you know, all your support. And again, I'll leave a link of this in the description, and also there'll be a PayPal link down there also if you want to help support the channel. I really would appreciate it. And I sure hope you enjoyed the video, and give me a thumbs up, and I sure hope you come back and visit again really soon. Y'all take care. See ya. Forgot about the replay of the last lap, so here it is. The fast lap, I should say. Again, I could watch this all day. I love listening to this. The Huracan sounds so good. Same with the Audi. Man, does it feel good right going right through there. It feels really rock solid. That's where I think I picked up my time. Just down in that bowl. And I'll run it out here. And look at the speed down the straightaway. It looks about the same as it was before, even though I've added a couple clicks of wing. .164 before I'm on the brakes. And 142.13. So again, I hope you enjoyed that. Just wanted to show that, and we'll see you the next time.